Good morning, or I should say good afternoon. This is Alex Kim, and I am just waking up very slowly to another day in Seoul, South Korea. So I am a Korean American. I was born and raised in the United States, and I chose one day when I was back in 2010 that I wanted to move and live in South Korea. So ever since then, I've been living most of my life here for the past 9 years. And within those 9 years, I've been in and out of South Korea, sometimes to go out and travel for very extended periods of time, and also to see my family in the United States for some extended periods of time. But I'd like to share my story, and I'd want to do so in a way that hopefully is compelling, maybe provides some lessons learned. As a human being, I've had some great successes, I've had some great failures, and it is my hope that I can share these with you through my video blogging, and I'm excited to talk to you more, excited to have you get to know me more, even though it's also kind of embarrassing, and in some ways embarrassing, and it's also some ways maybe it can be kind of enlightening in some ways as well. So I still don't know what the focus of this YouTube channel, or still don't know what the focus of this video blogging will be. So for now, I'm gonna say the focus is gonna have no particular focus, and it's just going to be honest, real content to the best of my ability. And yeah, I have a lot of things to talk about. Just looking at my idea of, well, this is my wall of ideas and writings. And so, without having to spin the brain, I've been to at least 55 countries, and among them 117 cities. Probably circled the world maybe twice, maybe 3 times in the past 3, no, I'm gonna say in the past, most of that travel was done in the past 3 years, and then some of the other travel was done in the past 8 years. So, all right. My voice is kind of quiet because in the apartment that I live in, there are thin walls. I know I can hear my neighbors when they speak. So it is midday on a Wednesday, but I want to be polite to my neighbors sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it's water, tap water. Yeah, sometimes I do get a little loud. I start laughing with my friends on the phone sometimes here, but other than that, I think it's because I'm kind of embarrassed and I don't know how to handle the camera in this way. So this is this is me. This is me going through the process of developing my, I guess you can call it an online personality. Developing my online personality. Now that's an interesting topic, considering this channel does not have a particular focus, but I think some topics of interest can eventually shape and contribute to the channel, and perhaps contribute to some levels of focus. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna say usually my voice is like this. Okay, let's bring up the vocal volume. Maybe that cup of water is helping. All right. Now, some people, you might be asking, you might be thinking, so I've traveled to all of these amazing places, which is a true fortune, a true amazing opportunity, and yet why don't you make some epic videos with those? Well, procrastination, and then that's my first gut feeling. Just sheer laziness and being spoiled. Also, there's been hyper or over analysis of how I want to deploy such content, because how I want to release the content of my travels, because frankly, it's I guess I was intimidated by the saturated, I don't know, it might not even be that saturated, but it just seems that there's so many people with travel blogs, especially on YouTube. And so I don't know how to approach an environment where so many people are already doing this. So there was maybe some embarrassment, maybe some I didn't want to be the millionth person doing the same thing. So I did have this thought process or philosophy that says, if everyone else is interested in it, how can I contribute to humanity if I'm interested in the same thing? Wouldn't it be more helpful to humanity for me to be interested in something else? Perhaps some part of life that no one has really paid enough attention to. And right. So it definitely goes to things and statements and comments that I've been sharing with my friends recently, such as I like to focus on the 1% as opposed to the 99%. I like to focus on the minority. I like to focus on the exceptions and not the averages, right? Or going back to the typical, right? I think there's more to be learned there. So in my conflicting thoughts, one part of me wants to share all of these stories with you, and you being the entire world, and I guess for what it's worth, I can only share this to you in English, and parts of it I can share with you in Korean, since I speak two languages. And the other part of me is is too busy analyzing how I want to execute and develop and release this video content. I think mainly, maybe it is some timidness. Yeah, maybe I'm just scared to take the risk of putting myself out there. I'm scared to take the commitment of periodically, probably at least once a week, I would have to commit to releasing a video. And then also my philosophy of do I really want to join all the other millions of YouTubers out there, especially those traveling YouTubers? So I think now, well, first of all, if you've made it this far to 11 minutes and roughly 38 seconds of watching this very long video selfie, either either what I've been talking about has been somewhat interesting, or maybe you just have nothing better to do for the maybe you just had nothing better to do for the past 12 minutes. So I think what I think I want to share the first small success that I've had, which is meditation, and not in the religious sense, but in the sense that I want to be able to have the facility, have the ability to clear my mind at will. Yeah, so that video was interrupted by an alarm that went off on my phone. So I was talking about a first small success that I've had, and that I want to share. I know we're approaching 13 minutes here, and I want to keep this video under 20. So meditation is something that hopefully will contribute to helping me create these videos that I need to create before before it just gets way too buried in my list of things to do. And that is meditation, right? Meditation has been beneficial because it allows me to clear my mind of distractions at will. And again, I want to emphasize, this is not meditation for religious purposes, but simply for the purpose of resetting this constantly radiating mind. Your mind is constantly radiating brain waves, energy flows, and thoughts, and notions, and images. And so sometimes it can get to the point where you just need to reset it. And so obviously we're not going to reset any long-term memories, but meditation to clear the mind at will. What I mean by this is I don't need to spend hundreds of dollars to transport myself to an empty beach and hear waves and be far and away from all the troubles in my life, all the stressors in my life, and all of the challenges and dreams and aspirations and ambitions in my life. I don't need to I don't need to fly away to somewhere over the rainbow. I simply need to do this and just let anything that's coming to me, any thought, any concern, any remembrance, any form of energy that comes to me. And of course, at this moment, I am just sitting here on my bed, but to allow anything that comes to me now since I'm physically stationary, I'm physically not moving. I think now most anyone can do this at some point or at some part of their day, no matter how busy you are. You can find a place that has reduced stimulus. It may be an emergency stairwell. It may be a small park. If you have a car, maybe it's a smoking alley where people have a cigarette. You don't have to be a smoker. You can just go there. And that's actually not such a bad place for meditation, because smokers, especially in most places, want to be out of sight. So it will give you some level of privacy. So yes, step one to meditation and mind clearing at will is to, first of all, put your body at some level of rest. And then the only forms of energy that come to you are thoughts, maybe some concerns, maybe some worries, maybe some dreams and aspirations, perhaps a traumatizing event in your life. But now, the point is, it's just you and all those things going on in here. And it's kind of like a game. The more you play, the better you get. And the more you are able to quiet all these forms of energy, right? These are the air quotes. I only have one hand because my left hand is here holding up this camera. But the more you can reduce the volume or intensity of all these forms of energy, the thoughts, concerns, the dreams, the aspirations, what am I gonna do tomorrow, next month, what am I doing with my life? All these forms of energy are now contained in here. And so it gives you the opportunity, yourself, your ego, not the ego in the sense of being selfish, but the ego of purely yourself, right? And now this brings me to about minute 17, approximately 17 or 18. So I want to try to finish this video in less than 2 minutes here. All these forms of energy, all of these signals and energy flow. We have light waves, we have sound waves, we have fragrances, our molecular analyzer. We have this touch. All these signals are simply part of our environment, our shared reality. But the one thing that is separate from that, the one thing that is truly myself, is the ego, right? So the ego is myself. Not in the sense of being selfish, but simply in the sense of it's the environment and myself. When the ego can be as still and quiet as me sitting here on my bed, that's when my mind can be cleared at will without having to without having to take a vacation in the traditional sense of boarding a plane and then traveling by land to some remote beach, as an example. So, in doing this, in clearing my mind, it's helped to reduce a lot of the internal distractions and concerns and all of the noise of, hey, yeah, this is just another, traveling blog person. This is just another blogger out there. But with this newly discovered ability, to just stay focused on producing content in order to share my stories. It is my hope that I can create some interesting content for you, the world, the viewers. Thank you very much for your time.